Hey guys, Mr. B XRP here, and welcome back. Today is November 9th of 2020, and got a lot I want to talk about today. And once I get past the prices, we're going to jump right into the good, the bad, and the ugly in crypto right now. And that's going to be right at the beginning of this video, and then I'm going to have a bunch more after that. So let's jump right into it. As of right now, it's early morning on Monday morning. The market cap's at just under 447 billion. Bitcoin sitting at 15,325. It's up over 14% on the 7-day. Ethereum's at $447, up 16.13% on the 7-day. Tether's holding comfortably at $1, and we don't care what that's up. And XRP is at exactly 25 cents. It's up 6% on the 7-day. And any other big movers? No, probably the weakest mover. So in the 7-day, the Binance coin was the weakest one for the 7-day in the top 10. So for whatever that's worth. Okay, so looking at Fiat Leak. Hey, you guys always ask me, what is this? What is that on the screen? What is that website? It's fiatleak.com. What you're seeing here is Cash and Tether going into crypto. Okay, if you want to know more about it, how it works, why some of the things are moving faster than others, go to my channel, which you're probably on right now, and search for Fiat Leak. And I did I did a video that explains how Fiat Leak works. So watch that video if you want to learn more about it. But everyone always asks, there's two things people ask in every one of my videos. Well, two things people say. What is that video you start out with? And everyone always says, you sound so young, because I always tell people I'm 52 and they're like, well, you sound like you're in your 20s. I guess that's fantastic. I don't smoke, I don't drink very much, so I lead a pretty healthy life. So it's good to hear that. I appreciate that. I can't hear it because I don't know what I sound like. You know how that goes. Bitcoin at 15,235 on Fiat Leak. And okay, so the Dow Jones, and I'm going to refresh this. The futures is showing is going to open 1,668 points plus, which is incredible. And from what I understand, it's because of Pfizer has come out. The vaccine is going to come out for the current event, and it looks like it's going to be 90% effective. So the stock market is incredibly bullish right now. This is a massive, massive opening. We'll see if it opens. When it opens, it's going to open any minute now. When it opens, and if it opens that strong, and if it holds for the day, it's going to be an exciting day. I mean, we could see the Dow go over 30,000 and stay there today. I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see. All right, so this I wanted to show you. I follow this on Twitter. I suggest you follow it. It's called at Bitcoin stimulus, and what it means is if you took $1,200 of your stimulus money, if you got stimulus money in the US, and invested it in Bitcoin, what would it be valued at? Well, on November 7th, it would have been valued at $2,794, up 132%. So I think this is incredibly interesting. So look, the thumbnail in my video today was the good, the bad, and the ugly of crypto. Okay, the good was I wanted to talk about prices. Prices are up. Market cap is up, all that's good. Now let's talk about the bad, okay? The bad is this ledger scam is still going on out there. People are getting texts. So somehow Ledger got hacked, got people's email addresses, telephone numbers it looks like, and people are getting these scam texts. Don't respond, don't hit these links, don't do anything. It's pretty frightening that it got hacked, and you need to be careful. So I just can't emphasize enough, guys. Don't respond to anything when it comes to this stuff. Emails, text, anything. Don't ever give them your secret code, your 24 words. I just want to warn you. And also, Flare Networks put out a warning. Please be aware that an account called Flare_Networks is impersonating us, in no way related to Flare. Please be careful. So Flare Networks has people out there pretending to be them. And that's a big deal right now because people are preparing for the Spark token airdrop. So beware of that. And it's just, there's so much scamming going on. And this is really the bad of crypto. And crypto, the truth is, we're not ready for prime time when it comes to this stuff because the mass public they're not going to put up with losing money. It's going to be really, really bad press. So it's still a scary, scary place. And we're going to talk more about some other things that are going on that make it even scarier. But I just can't tell you to be careful enough. Now, Wheatsea Wind also posted this. Warning, these are fake XRPL Lab, Zoom Wallet, and Zoom Support Wheatsea Wind accounts asking users to send funds. XRPL Labs Zoom support employees will never ask you to send funds to an XRPL account. Never. Stay vigilant, okay? So this is their official channels. You can't be careful enough, guys. Listen, if something sounds too good to be true, it is. If something makes you feel uncomfortable, you probably should feel uncomfortable. You can't be careful enough in this space. That's the purpose of this video today. I'm telling you guys, be careful. This is a scary space. It's full of risk. It's all risk. It's 100% risk out here. And you've got to weigh your risk with the reward and pick your risk tolerance, what fits you best, and match that up with the reward you're looking for and make your bets. This is a tricky, tricky space. And if you're here and you think it's safe, it's not. It's really, really not. And you have to be careful, okay? All right, so this was from CoinDesk. Now, we talked about the good, which is the pricing are up. We talked about the bad, which are the scams. Now let's talk about the ugly. Crypto lender Cred has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. In October, the lender published a cryptic letter saying that it has experienced irregularities in the handling of specific corporate funds by a perpetrator. So, okay, they filed Chapter 11, all right? Now, Uphold followed up and said, Cred filed Chapter 11. Now, Uphold, I believe, offered Cred as a service on their website. So they were offering it as a service. So Uphold posted, Cred filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection yesterday. Uphold plans legal action against Cred and its principals for breach of contract, fraud, and related claims. Any proceeds will first be used to help Uphold users who suffered losses at Cred. More here. All right, so you can go to this on Twitter and read the whole thing. So my big question to Cred is this, and now listen, people out there who don't know what Cred is, there are multiple places where you can put your digital assets right now and get interest, okay? I've never used any of these platforms. I'm not suggesting you shouldn't. I'm not suggesting you should. There's a lot of people out there saying how great they are. There's some good people in the XRP community who have used them for a long time that say they're fantastic, but you know, I'm sure there were people using Cred that thought they were fantastic a month ago, and they're not anymore. They're gone. Essentially, they're gone. And you need to be careful. So if you're on any of those other platforms, and I'm not dropping names, okay? I'm not doing it because I'm not suggesting that anybody's going to do a bad job. I'm not suggesting they're going to do an exit scam. I don't want to negatively speak about any company because they may end up being the successful ones. But you have to look at the information, you have to look at what protection you have, and you have to decide, is it worth me risking my assets to make 3%, 4%, 5%, 6%, 8%. I don't know. I don't care what it is. For me, I'm not here for 8% on my crypto. So 8% doesn't entice me for anything. Okay. I'm not taking my crypto and putting on a platform for 8%. I'm sorry. And I have a considerable amount of money in crypto, but I'm not here for 8% gains. And if 8% means risk, I'm not doing it. But that's just me. You need to decide what's best for you. Now, what pisses me off about this Cred site is if you scroll down to the bottom and you go frequently asked questions, and let's see here, it's got the Chapter 11 frequently asked questions. I'm not going into those today. I'm just going to go into regular ones, okay? The one that you're going to love to hear. Oh, does Cred have insurance? Well, let's read that. Cred has secured insurance through Lockton, underwritten by A-rated insurers. Cred is insured in the event of cyber crime and errors and omissions. Well, sounds to me like whatever occurred should be covered by their insurance, and depositors should not lose any money. Now, I'm not an attorney. I'm not a crypto expert. I'm not your guy. I'm just the guy on YouTube that's making a video. But they say they have insurance. People should be insured. Okay, total BS if people aren't insured when they're saying they have insurance. So if you're someone that suffered losses, I'd start here and I would find out if there's some sort of class action suit going on or whatever it takes. But these people are saying they have insurance. Now, if they have insurance and it doesn't cover it, then you need to think about, do you have your money somewhere that has insurance? Is it going to be covered if it gets lost? I mean, this is ugly, ugly stuff. So I would assume if somebody has insurance and losses are incurred, that they would be protected. So I think that's a minimum expectation of a company that has insurance and of the insurance company. And I would tell you this, if I had money with Cred, I'd be calling the insurance company directly and finding out, am I covered? And if I'm not covered, why am I not covered? And the other thing is this, if you dig into Cred, they're not like some company that was started in some crazy, backwards place. I mean, I believe that some of the founders come from PayPal. Like it seems like there's some pedigree behind the company, and it still failed. So be careful out there, okay? There is no safe place to have your digital assets, ever. Nothing is safe. Nothing is safe. Everything has risk. Some things may be safer than others, but everything has risk. An exchange has risk. One of these platforms has risk. Your ledger has risk. Why does your ledger have risk? You might lose your keys. You might lose your passwords. You might get scammed. Everything has risk. Be careful, okay? So I just can't emphasize that enough. All right, I'm going to move out of the good, the bad, and the ugly with crypto. I wanted to share that with you guys today. It just frustrates me when I see people losing money. And be careful of the other companies that are out there doing it. I know that there are good people running those companies, but you need to decide, is it worth the return for you to invest your crypto? For me, it's not, but for you, it might be. I'm not doing it. So just beware. All right. This was from Michael at VAL 5 Lake. Square Bitcoin sales hit record $1,630 million in Q3, outstripping new supply of Bitcoin. So they are selling Bitcoin faster than it's being mined. That's a good thing. Okay, so for everyone that's out there that's not invested in Bitcoin and you're invested in other altcoins or XRP or whatever it is, you want Bitcoin to do well, because if Bitcoin does well, the whole space does well. That's just the way it goes. All right, this Nouriel Roubini was the biggest mouth against Bitcoin years ago. I mean, you could go back and look at videos over and over again, how the nasty things he said to people, the nasty things he said about Bitcoin. I mean, he was absolutely, and he's some sort of an economist. He's a Nobel winning economist, and he's changed. Everybody changes, right, over time. They all come around. So he said, it may be a partial store of value because unlike thousands others, what I call S coins, it cannot be so easily debased because there is at least an algorithm that decides how much supply of Bitcoin raises over time. Okay, so he's finally come out and said that it might be a store of value. So he's totally changed his tune, like everyone else, right? Like Jamie Dimon, like all these other guys. They all say one thing, they do another, they come around. That's the way it goes. All right, Mickey B. Fresh put out this video. If you've heard it, I'm sorry, I'm going to play it again because a lot of people haven't heard it. Chris Larson, the chairman of Ripple, and it says this: Larson mentions Biden administration 3 times in this video clip from a month ago, 2020 LA Blockchain Summit. Biden administration positive dynamic for non-POW crypto assets. Chris Larson seemed pretty bullish on a Biden administration for crypto, and I want you to hear it yourself. So I'm going to crank it up and play it.
Get a Biden administration. I do think it will get better. I mean, frankly, I don't think the posture that you see at the SEC today can possibly get worse for this industry, because it really is, it's a posture of crush it and push it away. And that's just the wrong approach. I think the Biden administration will be aware of where China's. The weird thing is the Trump administration has been fantastic on China. I'm a huge supporter of the position we've taken. And folks like Senator Cotton, fantastic on the issue, right? He is really focused on that. The interesting thing is, so is Chuck Schumer. when you get a combination of Senator Cotton and Senator Schumer together, I like both of them, that's powerful. So I do think that you very likely could go into a better posture towards China. And I also think a Biden administration is going to be another kind of thing that might affect our industry. They're obviously going to be a lot more focused on climate. We should expect this. I think a Biden administration is going to be another kind of thing that might affect our industry. They're obviously going to be a lot more focused on climate. we should expect there's going to be carbon pricing. That probably then hurts proof of work based systems when you consider, Bitcoin produces about 400 pounds of CO2 per transaction. That's enormous. If you had a $70 per ton price on carbon, that's probably where we're going. That's about a $15, kind of fee per transaction on proof of work. So that gets interesting. That actually might spur more innovation because it would loosen up the weird kind of embrace of Bitcoin and Ethereum over all other things. So that's probably a good dynamic, but we'll have to see. So
Well, I am.
the weird
Oh wait.
kind of embrace of Bitcoin and Ethereum over all other things. So that's probably a good dynamic, but
So, all right, look, I'm not here to make a political statement. I'm not, but it looks like Chris Larson is. He seems to think that a Democratic president or Biden is going to be good for crypto assets. He seems pretty bullish about that idea. So let's wait and see. I thought it was interesting for you to hear that, and I wanted to play it. This was from Ryan Zagone, and he said the banks that require corporates to come to a branch or fill out a paper form to send international payments are about to see those valuable customers go the same way as retail remittances out of the bank. Digital cross-border payments have become critical. So that's fantastic. Ryan Zagone used to be with Ripple. He is now with TransferWise, and I think that's a fantastic thing. So cross-border payments have never been more important. All right, so this goes back to, let's see, XRP holders are being targeted by scammers who are impersonating XRP labs. We talked about that already. Thank you, Crypto Wolf, for that. This is also from XRP Crypto Wolf. 30 million in Bitcoin just moved after lying dormant for 10 years. Wow, 10 years later. That's pretty amazing. After 10 years, somebody moved it. So Bitcoin from 2010 during the Satoshi era were just moved to another address, and this keeps happening lately, but nobody knows why. That's very interesting. I wonder why they're moving it. I wonder why they're positioning it. This from Lord XRP. It's coming. Financial giant. Okay, a lot of people may have heard this because this news came out a couple of days ago. I'm taking a drink. Excuse me. And a lot of people have already spoken about it, but if you missed it, I want to be sure you got it. Financial giant SBI to test XRP in 6.6 trillion foreign exchange market, XRP the standard. So SBI, who is the consortium of banks in Japan, I think it's 50 or 51 or 52 banks that are run by Yoshitaka Kitao, they're going to be testing XRP with their FX markets. And he talked about this several years ago. And I think this is what he had used to reference XRP becoming number one, and maybe this was the reference in the blink of an eye thing, but I think that he was very, very bullish about the FX market and the use of XRP. I'm sure this isn't the first time they're testing it. I just think that they're coming public about it now, and I'm hoping they'll start using it at some point. This was a post from Link2. If you haven't been watching their Wednesday lunch and learns, guys, these things are free. You can go watch these things. Go to their Twitter page and you can sign up for their lunch and learn. This week it's going to be neobanks and crypto regulation. Michelle O'Connor is going to be there, and Brad Kimes from Digital Perspectives is going to be there. So check it out. And if you download their app, you can register their app. You have to be an accredited investor to buy their products, but you can still register the app and not be an accredited investor and be invited to their monthly conferences and their weekly things, and it's a good thing. So if you want to be part of that community, learn more about private investing, you should check it out. This I saw from Fact. Patience is not an ability to wait, but the ability to keep a good attitude while waiting. And that's hard for a lot of people, but I'll tell you it's important. Okay, I am going to read my disclaimer, and while I do, I'm going to show you what none of us have known until today, which is the proper way to eat a pineapple. And I'm going to let it go, and you can watch it. Yeah, no music there. Got to get the music. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not an accountant. I am not an interest-earning crypto owner yet. Okay, I'm not using any of those platforms yet. and I am not a crypto expert. These are my opinions only. Don't make any financial decisions based on anything I say. Please like and subscribe. Hey, if you like my video, please hit the like button. I mean, it's fantastic if you do. 3 to 4 more people will watch it, and that's good for the channel, good for me. And also subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already. Share my videos with anybody you think who might appreciate them, and everyone have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.